I believe that I can change the world.
I believe that my thoughts
and dreams matter to this nation.
I want the chance to learn,
to try,
and to succeed.
Because knowledge is power.
Knowledge can change the world.
I can change the world.
About 20 years ago, a group of young people in Love Until decided that the churches in the area weren't doing enough to help the residents of Love Until, and they decided to do something about it. So we created the Love Until Foundation. Love meaning that the world needs love, and until something happens. And what we do at Love Until Foundation is we attempt to enhance the quality of life of the residents of the area, as well as empower them to achieve their objectives spiritually, mentally, and physically.
One child,
one book,
one dream
can make a difference.
Good evening and welcome to our 6th annual Power of One Award ceremony. Welcome. Well, even though we can't be together in person, thank you for joining us on our platforms, whether you're viewing us on YouTube or Facebook. Welcome. We are happy to have you. We are in for it this evening. But before we go further, we're going to have prayer presented by Pastor Frank, followed by our national anthem.
Today, as we commence this special initiative, as with all things, we pause to seek God in prayer. Dear God, we thank you for the youth of our nation. We thank you for giving them the intelligence they possess. Pray that during this time of school's interruption due to the pandemic, that their needs and their pursuits will still be realized. We also pray, Father, for their safety and continued success. We bring before you, God, the organizers of this initiative, the leaders and teams from the loveuntilfoundation and its parent body, the Seventh-day Adventist Church of Laventille. We bring the leaders and their team of the Republic Bank Limited, and we pray in a special way, dear God, that the leaders of this initiative will indeed be delighted in seeing the rewards of their labors. We pray for your blessing upon the initiative. As this initiative develops leaders in our society, let them grow to be leaders of integrity and good. Please, Father, bless every participating student and their respective schools. We thank you for your keeping grace and your sustaining power during this time. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen. Amen.
Welcome back. We are at our Power of One prize giving ceremony. And as I would have mentioned before, we are in our 6th year. And to just give you a little background on the Power of One competition. Now, this is a competition that is geared towards Form 3 and 4 students in our secondary schools. The competition has two phases. There is a proposal phase and there is an implementation phase. And basically, students are encouraged to produce a project which will help to uplift their schools, their communities, and their churches. We try to bring out everything that is positive in our young persons. And as I mentioned before, we are in our 6th year, and we want to thank so much Republic Bank for partnering with us again. Republic Bank is our sole sponsor for this competition, and they have been with us for the entire 6 years. So we want to say thank you to Republic Bank. Loveuntil Foundation. Loveuntil Foundation is celebrating 15 years this year of service, and it's actually on August 28th that we celebrate 15 years. So it's quite fitting. It's like a double celebration, you know. We're celebrating Power of One, we're celebrating Loveuntil, we're celebrating Republic Bank for having sponsored us all of these years. It's an exciting time. I know the students are excited, the parents are excited, the teachers are excited. I am excited. I can't wait to hear who the winner is. Can you? But before we get to that, we would now introduce the chairman of the Loveuntil Foundation, Mr. Brian Jones, who is going to bring us his remarks for the evening.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege as chairman of Loveuntil Foundation, and my name is Brian Jones, to give remarks on behalf of Loveuntil Foundation on this, the final and the award ceremony for the Power of One. Today, a winner will be announced and there will be runners-up. But some young person will be very proud and will be walking away with heavy prizes, very, very financially sound prizes. So I want to say good evening to our guest speaker, Dr. Clive Percival Dutton, the speaker from Republic Bank, Mr. David Robertson, our general manager, and Natalie Burnett Alfred, who is the representative from Republic Bank, who is our liaison officer. As you know, the Power of One has been sponsored for several years by Republic Bank, and hundreds of thousands of dollars have been poured into this program by Republic Bank to build young people, to make the future for young people in Trinidad and Tobago from a few selected schools brighter. We cannot thank Republic Bank enough for the contribution to the Power of One over the years. This is the 6th year, and we always give away very generous prizes, all sponsored by Republic Bank. This evening is a ceremony with a difference. Normally we'll be in one place, in one space, and everybody will talk and congregate, and there'll be no difficulty with any health challenge. But this year, 2020, is very different, as you know. There's COVID-19, and this year's award function is virtual in the main. So FITIA speaker's speech was recorded. The speech from Republic Bank, FITIA speaker is recorded. The prayer from the Seventh-day Adventist pastor was recorded. And my speech has been recorded because we have to social distance, and our numbers that could be in the Loveuntil Hall, the numbers are at a minimum. So it's different times. But one thing is still common. One thing is still available, and that's the distribution of the prizes. So this evening, a winner will be announced, runners-up will be announced, but all participants in the final, and they have 12 finalists in this year's Power of One competition. This is the most finalists we have ever had since this competition began. And these young people have done an awesome job. We are so proud of them and their parents and the amount of time that they have put in to make this year's competition a resounding success. We also want to thank the folks of the Loveuntil Foundation, the hard-working folk, who have done us proud yet again in putting this program together. People like our General Manager, Simone Jones, our OJT, Carla James, in the background, other individuals. We just want to thank them. And we also want to thank the parents who in the main would have come into our hall just for their child in order to receive whatever prize was given to him or her. We want to also thank very specially every year the hard-working judges. And those names will be identified a little later on in the vote of thanks. But I want to specifically thank the judges for the awesome job they do from year to year. As you know, the finalist or the winner is only identified in this week of in the final week of the competition. So we thank you. We thank Republic Bank. We thank everybody who has participated. We are very glad that Love Until Foundation could be a conduit to see young people prosper, to see young people grow. And more importantly, this will not be possible unless Republic Bank believed in the program and consistently supports us financially and otherwise. So, ladies and gentlemen, we wish you a very pleasant evening, an enjoyable evening, and may the best person win. I thank you.
Coming to bring remarks for us this evening on behalf of Republic Bank is our project champion, Mr. David Robinson. Mr. Robinson is the General Manager, Wealth Management Limited. He has been a banker for the past 20 years. He has served in several senior managerial positions, such as Senior Manager Treasury and Senior Manager Creditor Protection Support Unit. Mr. Robinson has a BA in Economics from the University of Waterloo in Canada. He has a master's degree in Business Administration from Arthur Lockjack Global School of Business. He is a chartered financial analyst. He holds a certificate in Business Excellence, Advanced Management Program from the Columbia Business School in New York. Here to give us remarks this evening is Mr. David Robinson.
Mr. Brian Jones, Chairman, Love Until Foundation, General Manager, Love Until Foundation, Dr. Clive Dutton, parents, teachers, awardees, good morning. Firstly, I'd like to say a heartfelt thank you to the Love Until Foundation for giving me the opportunity to speak to you this morning. Republic Bank and Love Until have developed quite a rewarding relationship over the past 16 years. We are indeed grateful that we can partner with a foundation that dedicates so much of its time nurturing our nation's youth. In spite of all that's going on internationally and right here in Trinidad and Tobago, the fact that I'm still able to talk to you this morning is testament to the resilience and innovation of our people. When I learned that the theme of this morning's awards ceremony was One Idea, Infinite Possibilities, I decided that I would get some insight into what this could mean. So of course I consulted someone who knows everything, Google. According to Google, an idea is a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. I like this definition, mainly because 3 words in it stand out to me. They are thought, possible, and action. Firstly, from the Google definition, we realize that an idea is really just a thought. As human beings, thinking is something that we do both consciously and subconsciously, every second we are awake, and sometimes even when we are asleep. With this constant flow of thoughts in our minds, we learn to channel so that we can put them to good use. For example, if there's a problem that needs solving, you can think of a constructive way to solve it. I'm sure some of you may have heard this popular proverb before. It says, necessity is the mother of invention. Many of the world's modern conveniences that we have today were born out of the need to solve a problem. Take for instance, as recent as the initial phase of the COVID-19 restrictions in Trinidad and Tobago, and even now, businesses were forced to come up with innovative ways to make their products accessible to customers. Restaurants that weren't offering options of curbside pickup or delivery found ways to do so. Persons even ventured into selling prepackaged doubles, which we know in Trinidad and Tobago is a necessity. Even the bank had to alter some of its processes to be more accessible to our customers. These all stemmed from ideas in the minds of persons who saw a problem and thought of creative ways to solve them. The next word that stood out in the definition of idea is possible. Remember, an idea is a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. In the definition, the word possible frames the particular course of action to be taken. It simply means that a feasible solution exists for your idea to become a reality. It is possible. The final word I wish to talk about is the word action. By now you know that an idea is a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. The word action is important because it transforms your idea from being merely a thought. Action is what is required to bring an idea to life. Now, the action part of your idea may seem daunting, but it does not have to be. Action can begin with research, finding out more information about your proposed solution to the problem. Has this already been done? If yes, how can I do it better or faster? Or it can be in the form of asking someone with experience in the field that you're interested in about the next step that should be taken, regardless of how small the action is. It is the fundamental part of bringing your idea to life, conceptualizing feasible solutions to problems that you may see, but never acting on them robs your school, your community, your country, or even the world of a brilliant solution. Today, judging what I've heard about your proposal and projects for this year's Power of One competition, I can safely say that Trinidad and Tobago is in good hands. I encourage you to keep thinking, keep observing the world around you, and coming up with possible ways to solve the problems you see. Finally, don't stop at thinking, act. Make the extra effort to take the necessary steps to follow through with the course of action required to bring your ideas to life. Ideas that have the potential to not only transform your life, but the lives of others. I thank you.
We want to take a moment here to acknowledge our finalists, and they are as follows. Andrea Alexander hails from Southeast Secondary School. Amani Adams, Queens Royal College. Darrell Oliver, San Juan North Secondary School. Faith Henry, Diego Martin Central Secondary School. Kalisha Jones, Russell Latipi Secondary School. Kiona Belmonte and Aquila Brown, St. Francois Girls Secondary School. Leanne Mathura Singh, Diego Martin Central Secondary School. Liana Jada Ned, Bishop's Anstey High School. Ray Michelle Douglas, Bishop's Anstey East High School. Renee Smith, Providence Secondary School. Tristan De Silva, Belmont Secondary School. And we want to acknowledge the parents, the teachers, the well-wishers, the friends, everyone who would have assisted these young persons as they embarked on their projects. Nothing would have been possible without the support. So kudos to you, young people. You did well. Kudos to you, parents and teachers. You did a great job in supporting our young persons. Folks, let's enjoy an item of entertainment. It's entitled No Grudge, written and performed by Bajon Pear.
Who go we uncle? Oh, Brackett!
Oh, brother. Oh, come and see her quiet now, boy.
Yesterday?
Allow the girl now, boy. She's studying, boy.
Be the Prime Minister?
It's always done, right?
Yeah.
Quick licks. Quick licks.
My turn.
Go, boy. You now come in here and settle yourself now,
we
boy.
will hold on.
Now, come quick now. Take your licks now. Take your licks.
Guy, why you stripping? You are the girl, isn't it?
But, boy, go, my boy. Instead of you, Jennifer.
Bring the as my pump, we'll take care. Because I'll have she wheezing.
But this game done by go on now, boy. Go on, boy.
Just so, boy.
Just so, boy. Tell you to go on, dog. Tell you to go on. Game done, dog. If they don't feel flip, boy.
Mommy!
You're my
Nothing fire again! Come on,
hey, you better go, man. I take no slap like that, eh?
Now let's break them down!
Why you still get
Slap,
slap?
boy.
And I get wheezing.
Wait, go on, man.
Wheezing.
Go on, boy. Go on, boy.
Boy, loud that now, that small thing, boy.
Small thing? Small thing? I go show you why small thing.
You loud that now, man.
You wouldn't go drinking a bottle of poison expecting the next man to death. Cause you know that drinking a bottle of poison could never be good for your health. So why do some people keep holding in hatred and wishing bad on someone else? The only damage in the self. Stop taking poison vitamins. Every little thing people do keeps on bothering you taking poison vitamins. Daily your dosage gets stronger, my brother. I say that's a poisonous life to live. Mindset to keep you like a slave. Unless we eat it from within. It's time to let go of the sin and hold on to love. Hold on to God, but don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love. Hold on to grace. Bad mind, jealousy have no place inside of us. Don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love. Say hold on to love, 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 love. Hold on to love. Say hold on to love, 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 love. Yeah, bad mind is a dead road. Some people don't let go. Hurt me, I go hurt you. God never teach you to live so. This world have broken people. We need a different approach. You gotta pray for wisdom. If fire fight fire, whole place burn down. Love, God, grudge, love.
Somebody call you.
No matter how they mistreat you, live for God and love people. Don't take on the bad people. Strive for love and not evil. Evil looking out there, my people. So stay awake, you can't sleep. If you close your eye, you can't see it. The royal lion white, so hold on to love. Hold on to God, but don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love. Hold on to grace. Bad mind, jealousy have no place inside of us. Don't hold no grudge. Say hold on to love. Yeah. Say hold on to love, 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 love. Hold on to love. Say hold on to love, 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 love. Before you have confrontation, try to hold a conversation. Sometimes miscommunication could be causing your frustration. In every bad situation, God is the only solution, and the answer is love, love. Hey, before you have confrontation, try to hold a conversation. Sometimes miscommunication could be causing your frustration. In every bad situation, God is the only solution, and the answer is love, love. Hold on to love. Hold on to God. Don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love. Hold on to grace. Bad mind, jealousy have no place inside of us. Don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love. Say hold on to love, 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 love. Hold on to love. Say hold on to love. Hold on to love. Yeah. Bad mind is a dead road. Some people don't let go. Hold on to love. Hold on to God, but don't hold no grudge. Hold on to love. Hold on to love. Holding on to love. Holding on to love. Holding on to love. Holding on to love.
Now, we'll hear more competition. So now we're going to have a video presentation which will tell us some more about the competition as well as give us some highlights from this year's competition. Now, I know you want to hear more about the competition.
Good afternoon, everyone, and it's glad to be here with you all this afternoon. Many persons ask, what is the power of one? What have these students gotten themselves into? Well, I'm here to tell you. The Power of One is a competition that was conceptualized by three important persons, Miss Simone Jones, Miss Marlene Bernard, and Miss Anne-Marie Solizano came together and conceptualized the Power of One competition. It's a competition with a difference in that it calls for students to be agents of change, difference makers, inspirations, and role models for their school, community, and the country as a whole. It gives students a voice, and it gives students the opportunity to make a positive impact, leave their signature or their autograph on Trinidad and Tobago. And so the Power of One is a competition that caters to secondary school students, and it's one that is unlike any other competition in the world. There are two phases. The proposal phase, where the student has to write down their idea and put it into a format where it is judged, and the highest scoring proposal receives a special prize. Then, once the students are chosen, we choose a group of students, they have to implement what they have written, and that's called the implementation phase. And of course, the highest scoring implementation also receives a prize. Now, we've had 5 years, as we've spoken before, and we always have repeats. We had Daniel Alfonso and Faith Richardson from Tranquility Secondary School. We had Renique Mano and Hannah Mitchell from St. Francois Girls College. And last year we had Ariel Gans from Bishop's Anstey High School East. So every year that we've had the Power of One thus far, we've had a repeat, and we'll see if the trend holds true for this year. And so we want to show you some highlights and something that the previous Power of One winner worked on. Daniel Alfonso, stay tuned.
From second year to standard 5, I was constantly bullied. Children called me names, pulled my hair, and said bad things about me. I've had suicidal thoughts due to bullying, so it's important to me that I help children who are in the same position that I was once in. Through the anti-bullying plays put on by the Love Until Foundation, we are able to inspire both children and adults to address the situation of bullying. Everyone can play a part to bring an end to bullying.
So for this year, as we said, we have 12 finalists. We have Andrea Alexander, who came up with the project Small Steps, an agricultural project in her community. And we are going to see some photographs of that project. And now we have Ray Michelle Douglas, and she also had an agricultural project in her community in the area of Trin City. And we're about to see some photographs of Ray Michelle's project. And next we have Tristan De Silva, and Tristan also had an agricultural project in his school in Belmont Secondary School, and they beautified a section of the school, and we want to say kudos to him as well. And we're about to see some pictures. And now we have Hope Richardson, and Hope had a very special project in that she built and literally designed our energy project, a gasifier. We're going to see some pictures of that, and also a moment that took place while we were recording.
Project. So this is the burner tube. This is where the fuel gonna go. The shaker grate for all the excess fuel. This is the ignition port where you open and close to light for the fire, and that is just to hold it up. Today, two of the project where we connected the main base to a cyclone filter, which is mainly built up of pipes going straight down and 2 inches from the bottom, but it's in finished build yet. And then we make a homemade radiator to cool down the gas after it's heated and purified over here. So I measured this. How long I measured this? This was what, 2 feet? Yeah, I know. Okay, I measured this 2 feet, both of them, then cut it, and then 4 pieces of pipe, 2 feet long each, and then 5.5 inches apart, including per way it connects into the cyclone filter. And my cousin tack it to hold it up. So for day 3 for we to find new wallets.
Wow, you just made a mini Petrotron?
Of course.
She said that, eh? She told me that.
Good day everyone, my name is Faith Henry from the Power of One Seed pilot project, and today I will do the full demonstration video. This full demonstration is a way in which people with inadequate land can plant still. All you need to do is a bottle like so, cut it in half so it looks like this. I've already done 2 demonstrations here, and now I'm going to show you what to do. Now these are 2 different types of cake. This is a celery, and now we're going to do a next celery. So now you're going to take your container and punch some holes in the bottom. Then you're going to take your soil. Now this soil is to be prepared like how Miss Reed Russell showed us before. Now be careful not to spill any. That should be. Now, you're going to take your seedling, make a little hole and just bury it in the soil. Now, you're going to take your water and just water the plant. And that's all you need to do. And that is our first method on how to plant. Okay, so on to demonstration number 2. Now here we have a half a barrel, but in case you don't have this, you can use a bucket, or even if you have a plant pot, you can use that also. Now today, here we're going to be planting some pasture. So it's likewise like before, make a little hole, take it right in and then bury it. We're making 6 factory seedlings. This soil as well has been prepared as instructed by Miss Reed Russell. Not only there's a way to plant, but it's also an effective way to recycle.
Next, we have Darrell Oliver, and he had an online forum called Youth for You. And even though he couldn't have it at the school, we hosted the program on Zoom.
Can I meet everybody?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. Now you may ask yourself, what is Youth for You? And what do I mean by with Youth for You, you can? The concept behind Youth for You is promoting lending and helping hand. And by this, I mean that when we lend a helping hand, we help empower another. We help give that opportunity to someone. We are there and we the future of tomorrow. We enable that your connections, your strength, and us as a unity will be able to lend effectively a helping hand to create a sustainable environment for the youth. By this I mean creating a safe haven, free from all restrictions, meaning that you, as you walk into this room, as you walk into Youth for You, you walk into that room, you're able to truly be yourself. You're able to truly express yourself.
Next, we have Liana Ned, and Liana created a website for female empowerment, and she also printed some t-shirts, which we are going to see some specimens of, and she also had an Instagram page, and we're going to hear more about her female empowerment project very, very soon. And Liana created a website, and it is up and running for you to tune into. It will be in the chat. Stay tuned. And next we have Amani Adams, and Amani had his project called the Got Talent Initiative, and unfortunately he was not able to host his Got Talent Initiative in the City Hall or in the Queen's Hall as he had originally planned. However, he had an online forum where students could send in their videos and their specimens of their talent, and he would showcase it on his social media page. We want to congratulate Amani. Next we have Kiona Belmonte, and Kiona is one of our veterans of the competition, and Kiona had an agriculture project in her community at her home, and she planted thyme and chocolate mint and tomatoes, and we're going to see a video of that very soon. Pay attention to the chat to see that, and that was Kiona Belmonte's project. Then we had Kalisha Jones, Renee Smith, and Leanne Mathura Singh. They also participated in this year's project, and they had their proposal and were not able to implement their projects for various reasons. However, we wanted to shout them out and talk about how great their proposals were and how excellent students they are. And we are looking forward to seeing them back in the competition next year, where we know they're going to do very, very, very well. That's all for the highlights for this year's competition, and we continue with this evening's program.
To bring us here the rest this evening, he is a teacher, a preacher, motivational speaker, youth counselor, health educator, and pioneer for several support groups and institutions. He taught for 9 years in 2 schools, 6 years at Maracas Seventh-day Adventist Primary School, and 3 years at Barataria Junior Secondary School. He has been a Seventh-day Adventist pastor for the past 40 years. I'm speaking of none other than Dr. Clive Dutton. Dr. Dutton currently holds a position of Public Affairs, Religious Liberty, and Missions Director at the Caribbean Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. He is very active in community work. He supports several NGOs, and he's the founder of the Heart Home for Abused Children and the Ready Center, which ministers to drug addicts and depressed youth. He has worked with groups such as Serval, Alcoholics Anonymous, Republic Bank's Youth Link for the past 28 years. When it comes to working with at-risk youth, he is called the extraordinary optimist. I present to you Dr. Clive Dutton.
Many. That is the genius of the Republic Bank. I have had a long experience with the Youth Link program. Of course, we have the pandemic now coming in and paralyzing some of this stuff, but it didn't paralyze this. You know, the power of one. I want to go to the Bible immediately before I give you 3 critical examples. They're graduates or graduates, soon to be graduates. I want to motivate you today. I want to stimulate you today. I want to give you a vision. I want to encourage you to have a vision. I want you to inspect, detect, reflect, select, and then you can expect. Let me go again. To be a success in life, you have to inspect, detect, reflect, select, and then you can expect. But you see, most young people make 2 errors. Number 1, a lot of folks cannot spell friend. They spell friend E-N-E-M-Y. My friend got me pregnant. My friend gave me ganja to smoke, make me see stars that God never create, and then call it hallucinator. Come on, that in itself is hallucinatory, if you please. So that is the issue. You have to inspect, then you detect, you find out. After you find out, you get the information from the process of examination. Should I smoke ganja? Should I not smoke ganja? Should I go to Cape, take Cape exams after 5th form when I scorch the exams like a Jammu Crosby from Beetham Estate? Or should I just go and lime on the block and hang loose and get easy money that is bloodthirsty, mafiatic money, terrorist money, if you please there. The power of one, reaching many, teaching many, healing many, grabbing many, saving many, rescuing many. The power of one, the genius of the bank that is called Republic. So you inspect, that's the examination. Then you detect, that's the information from the examination. You reflect, that's the meditation on the information from the examination. You select, that's the determination after the meditation from the information after the examination. And then you have great expectations. Let's go to the Bible just for a moment, if you please. And we look in Genesis chapter 37. The boy Joseph is looking. He is looking for his brothers, if you please. He is looking for them. And he does not find them. And then the brothers say, I look for my brethren. He's telling a guy out there in Dothan, I look for my brethren. And then they saw him afar off. Genesis 37 verse 18. And they see him afar off, and they said, behold, the dreamer cometh, and they conspired. This happened to be his brothers. They conspired with him to slay him. In other words, to kill him. You know, some people, there are really two kinds of people, you know. They're the people who want dream enhancers. They want to enhance your dream. And then there are the dream killers. You're either a dream enhancer or you're a dream killer. There are some people, their dream, they have a dream. Their dream is to stop your dream. Their dream is to paralyze your dream. That is their dream. And so what happened to Joseph? The power of one conquering many. Not just teaching, not just reaching, not just rescuing, not just embracing, but the power of one reaching many. So he goes to Potiphar's house. He's sold like a slave after some cabinet discussions among the brothers. Those evil functionaries. So he ends up there. Potiphar's wife falls in lust with him. That can't be love. And tells him, lie with me. He refuses because he has a focus. He has his eyes on the prize. He has his eyes on the dream, if you please. He knows where he's going. He knows about the dream that he had about the sun, moon, and stars bowing down. He knows about all of that. And he has decided that he's going to keep his eyes on the prize. He will not be deviated, distracted, disjointed, disappointed. You heard that? He wouldn't be disappointed or disjointed. He will allow nobody to dismantle his dream. And by the way, it's not your it is not your geography, but your mentality. Some people complain out of the hot spots and the ghettos. We weren't born with a golden spoon. Shut up! If you weren't born with a golden spoon, get a wooden one and paint it gold. You see, you have to inspect, detect, reflect, select, and then you could expect. Let's talk about the power of one reaching many. What about that young intellectual, that genius from Beetham? It is not your geography. It is your mentality, because the mind is the measure of the man. It's Benjamin Disraeli who says, we must nurture our minds with great thoughts because we never rise higher than the level of our thinking. What about a Jamu Crosby? When I hear that name, Jamu, my hair begins to grow back. I have a re-stimulating of my follicles, if you please. What happened when I hear about a Jamu Crosby from Beetham, growing up among the bullets, growing up among the drugs? 1, 2, 3, 4, pushers coming, shut the door. 5, 6, 7, 8. Loving Jesus is just great. He's growing up there. But on Saturday nights, where is he? Hanging loose, taking a little tampy here and there? No, where is he? He's in his mother's house, his single parent home. He's respecting her. He's loving her. He's obeying her. And he's studying her. Because no amount of partying and jump music, fellas doing the butterfly and the frog, all those dances there, he has decided to keep his eyes on the prize. He has a goal in his soul. He understands that to be a success in life, you have to have the dream and the steam and the cream and the team and the team and the cream and the steam and the dream. You have to have the dream, which is the vision for your life, the vision and the mission. You have the steam, the power of the Holy Ghost, just like Joseph, who went from a pit to Potiphar's house to a prison and then became the prime minister. For peace, if you please. He has a dream on his screen. He knows where he has to go. He knows God's destiny. Something we call divine destiny. So a Jamu Crosby with the power and vision of an eagle stays inside here and studies. What happened? What were the results? What were the results of this fantabulous? You want to know where that word came from? Dutton's lexicon. It's a mixture of fantastic and fabulous. It is called fantabulous. Loves God, loves his mother in Beetham there. And he says what will happen to him on some days. You know what is going on there on some days? And on some nights while the partying is going on and the bullets are blasting, he'd be studying. So what happens when he took CAPE exam? He was unknown. Outside of Beetham, people didn't really know him. They got to know him though, because when he took the CAPE exam, he didn't come second, he didn't come third, he didn't come fourth. The guy came first, and now everybody knows about him. He's a regional icon, if you please. I talk every speech I make now on motivation, in motivating young people. You know what happens? I talk about him. Awesome young man, a Jamu Crosby. Hello, we've got to understand that. Some people tell me behind there's a dark cloud at the end of there's a silver lining at the end of every dark cloud. And I tell them, no, there's a dark lining and there's a silver cloud upon the dark lining. So it depends on your focus. It depends what you want to do. Hello, all of us have to ask ourselves a question, what am I doing here? What is God's plan for my life? Where am I going? Am I rhyming or resonating with God's plan for my life? That's why Joseph became the prime minister, almost the co-regent, the second king, if you please. So that is the issue there. I think of this book I have in my hand. I've just spoken about Jammu Crosby. I think about this book, the boy who harnessed the wind. They call him Mesala. He was a boy from Malawi. His village, he grew up in a village where only 25% of the aristocrats who had running water and electricity. You had to have electricity to have running water. He grew up in that. And one day, he had an amazing dream. I tell you, you must have the dream with the steam, with the cream, with the team, with the team, with the cream, and the steam, and the dream. I'm getting excited. The power of one guy in Malawi, in a village, 75% of them have no running water and no electricity. And he says, I will make electric wind. They shouted, Misala. So say with me, everybody, all the graduates say with me, Misala, 1, 2, 3, Misala, M-I-S-A-L-A, mad boy. And I have the book, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. Like a Jammu Crosby, before he accomplished, while he was dreaming, nobody knew about him. Don't be anxious for everybody to know about you. The wrong people might know about you. What you have to study is what will happen after you accomplish your dream. So how did he accomplish his dream? He wanted to make he was a reader. You know, you're as powerful as you read. Remember that, students? You're as powerful as you read. Well, what happened is that guy decided he would make electric wind. He would go into what is called renewable energy. Not the parasitic oligarchic dependency on the oil industry that we have in Trinidad. When the prices go down, we just had a mess. No, he decided he would go renewable, I bite my tongue, renewable energy. So here what happens now? He goes to a garage, he buys a bike, he gets a small motor, he gets a PVC pipe, he goes to an old garage, he gets a rotor blade from a tractor. And he's going to make solar energy, so wind energy will depend on the solar blade, the blades, and the windmill will turn and generate the electricity. He gets all electric wire. I'm telling you, he gets the rotor blade, he gets PVC pipe, if you please, there. And to cut a long story short, he was a tremendous success. Praise God. You know, there's a formula. When you have faith in God and a commitment to excellence, you're going to be a success. You must inspect, then you detect, reflect, select, and then inspect, then expect, if you please, there. So the boy was called Mesala. The boy who grew up on pumpkin leaves for Christmas meal and corn husk, if you please, and those big flies, crunch, crunch, crunch. They tell me some countries in the Far East, they use they fry cockroaches and stuff. Well, it's flies. He had sometimes those big flies to give the protein and pumpkin leaves and corn husks. That would be an excellent Christmas meal. Could you imagine that? But you know, your dream must be more powerful than your diet or your lack thereof. Your dream must be more powerful than your deficiencies, than your disability. You see, out of crisis must come opportunity. Never forget that. So this guy accomplished, like a Jammu Crosby in Beta. We have William Kamkwamba. Says he's going to make electric wind, designed his own windmill to create renewable energy there. In fact, you know, don't let your mistakes control your divine destiny. Could I say that? Don't let your tragedy, the power of one, control your divine destiny. God has a plan for your life, whether you're Afro, Indo, Chino, Assyrio, whatever you are. And then he says a wrong thing there. God has a plan for your life. And this guy achieved the plan for his life. So we have his lovely story there. You must get it. William Kamkwamba. When I confidently pronounce the name. 1, 2, 3. Kamkwamba. William Kamkwamba. That is his name there. Let me tell you something. Before I close off, I want you to know what happened to Joseph as he moved from a pit to Potiphar's house to the prison to become prime minister. What happened to Jammu Crosby coming first, you know. First in the whole nation. The boy from Beetham there. Coming first in the Cape exam, scorching the exam, barbecuing the exam. When you go and take your exams in the future, you go with a positivity that must be infectious. Have mercy. Well, I want to tell you this morning before I conclude about the crow and the eagle. There's something amazing. You know, the eagle could have a wingspan of over 15 feet. The eagle, yes, the eagle has a fantastic wingspan. You have to hear about him. The only bird that dares to pluck and to peck at an eagle is the crow while in flight. You know, he treats the wings of the eagle like an airport strip, like a tarmac, and he lands there. And he pecks at the eagle's neck to get him to destroy his flight. The eagle in full flight, that crow lands upon him and pecks. But you know, the eagle never goes down to the level of the crow. It was Desmond Tutu. He told some guys who wanted to kill a black police officer, they call him Pimpy or traitor or Judas. You must never descend to the level of your oppressor. All that the eagle does is expands his wing. Accelerates and goes very high. And because of the lack of sufficient supply of oxygen, you know what happens? The crow cannot breathe, and so he falls off. Have mercy. The back of the eagle, he falls off, if you please. He can no longer do that. In other words, when they go low, you go high. Remember that. So the eagle just moves up, and then the crow cannot survive. Hello there, cannot survive. Who are the crows in your life? Is it a drug dealer? Is it a negative parent or teacher? Who are the crows in your life? Is it that terrible rock and bad music they have? Like the one hot like Shabba Mother Potter, Lamb Time, Iron Killer Man. That is the plan. The plan is to kill a man. Hot like Shabba Mother Potter. Where pot is a metaphor for a cooking instrument as well as ganja, if you please there. What is the crow in your life? What are the crows? A lover? Sorry, a hater who wants sex before marriage? Or what are the crows in your life? Somebody who just negative and tells you you can't succeed. You were not born to be a success. Let me tell you something. The Bible says you were born to be a success. God says, in Jeremiah chapter 1, before your mother and father knew each other, I had a plan for your life. And God has an awesome plan for your life. Graduates, let me tell you something. The power of one touching many, reaching many. The power of one embracing many, embracing a dream. You must have the dream of the steam of the cream of the team of the team of the cream and the steam of the dream. The dream is the vision for your life. The steam is the power of the Holy Ghost. The cream is the values of honesty and decency and loyalty and courtesy. And the team working together with God. So I close off right now. Keep your eyes on the prize. Shine like Martin Luther King. Have mercy. Sacrifice like Gandhi. Score like Messi and Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not my favorite. My favorite is Lionel Messi, if you please there. Although they messed up recently. Blast a tennis ball like Serena Williams. Hit three-pointers like LeBron James. Sorry, not LeBron James. Steph Curry is my favorite. I hear groans in my imagination from the audience, from those LeBron James fans. Could I ask you a question? Why settle for silver and bronze when you could get gold? Could I repeat that? Why settle for silver and bronze when you can get gold? You were made in the image of God, not just to reach the horizon, but to go beyond the horizon. Let me tell you a little story here. The difference between Joseph and his brothers, the one difference was simply this. You see, Joseph engaged in beyond horizon thinking, going beyond where you could see. Have mercy. Beyond where your present resources apparently could take you, beyond where people say you can reach. Let nobody determine where you can reach. You reach where God wants you to reach, if you please there. Beyond horizon thinking. But the brothers had pit control thinking, and that's why they wanted to put him in the pit. The pit was the answer to their depression and despair. That jealousy, that envy. Crows, if you please. Crows that want to hold you down. Crows that want to paralyze your dream and your vision. Crows that tell you cannot make it with their negative, pessimistic thinking. Crows, if you please there. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver lining like a lark. Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the storm. Though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart. Walk on, you'll never walk alone. Don't be afraid of the dark. The disappointment will come, but walk on. One day you mightn't do as well in the exams as you're supposed to do. Hello there, but there's still tomorrow. Walk on. One day somebody may die in your family and you have grief. Walk on. One day your best friend may turn to be your worst hater. Walk on. Walk on through the storms of life. Walk on through disability. Walk on through poverty. Walk on, my dear friends, with faith in your heart, with hope in your soul. Have a goal in your soul. Have the dream, have the steam, have the cream, and have the team. Have the dream and the steam and the cream and the team and the team and the cream and the steam and the dream. And remember God. A, he's the Alpha, the beginning. B, he's the balm in Gilead. C, he's the mighty counselor. D, he's the great deliverer. When the Son hath set you free, you're free indeed. E, he is everlasting. F, he's the fairest among 10,000 to my soul. G, he's great and glorious. H, he's the mighty healer. I, he's immortal and invisible. J, he's just and true. K, he's King of Kings. L, he's Lord of M, he's mighty to save from the guttermost to the uttermost. N, he's nearer, still nearer, only a prayer away. O, if he's the Alpha, the beginning, he must be the Omega, the end. P, he's the Prince of Peace. Q, his word is quick and sharper than any two-edged sword. R is ruler, R is redeemer, R is restoration. R gives the family redemption. S is salvation. S is the only solution. S gives us satisfaction. T is truth. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. U, he's unique, the only one of his kind. V is victor over death and the grave. W, his name is wonderful. X, drop the E's. Exciting, exhilarating, exceptional. Hello there, extraordinary. Y, he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And Z, he's the great geologist. When he comes very soon, the lion and lamb will lie down together, and there shall be peace in the valley. The power of one, reaching, teaching, helping, healing, embracing, loving. The power of one, reaching many. God bless you. God bless you.
What finalists had to say about the Power of One competition.
My name is Andrea Alexander. I'm 15 years old. I attend Southeast Port of Spain Secondary School, and in my free time I like to spend time with my family and try new hobbies.
My name is Armani Adams. I am 15 years old. I am from the Davide Amera region and I attend Queensborough College.
Ms. Joel Oliver. I am 19 years of age. I currently attend San Juan North Secondary School, and in my free time I am an active tennis player, lawn tennis player. I am assistant coach. I am a referee and umpire and a training chair umpire.
Everyone, my name is Faith Henry. I am currently 16 years of age and I attend Digham Martin Central Secondary School. I'm in Form 5 and I've just completed my CXC examinations. During my free time I like to bake, I like to garden, I like to exercise as well.
My name is Hope Richardson. I am 15 years of age. I attend St. Francis Girls College and I live in Harmon. In my free time, I like to play netball, and I just realized that I like to build stuff.
My name is Fiona Belmonte. I'm 15 years old. I attend St. Francis Girls College, and in my free time, I like to dance, I like to do art, and now I like to do gardening.
My name is Leanna Ned. I attend Bishop Anstey High School East. I'm 14 years old, and I live in Maracas, St. Joseph. I enjoy cooking and challenging myself, and I'm very passionate about my dreams and aspirations.
Hi, my name is Ray Douglas. I am 15 years old. I am from Bishop Anstey High School East, and I'm from Trinity.
My project is an environmental project where we help others learn about the environment and what's happening in their daily lives environmentally, and I think it's important because many people don't know much about what's going on environmentally, so I think that it will help them in a great way.
My project is called the Got Talent Project, and it's meant to instill confidence in youths by giving them exposure and helping them to be curious to find their passions, because the youths of today have so many opportunities in what they can do later on in life that it can be a bit daunting to settle down on one or find what you really want to do. So my project is going to be an online showcase where students can send in their clips and we showcase them on the social media page, because we were planning to have a regional showcase, but because of the recent outbreak we were not able to do so.
Okay, the title of my project is Youth for You, and as to why it is important, I believe that the youth of today, they don't have a voice, that they don't have a platform in which they can truly express themselves and give active feedback and contribution not only to their communities but to the nation as a whole. And what I plan to do with Youth for You is that I plan to give them a safe haven in which they can openly express themselves, contribute while developing themselves and the community.
Okay, so my project is entitled The Power of One Seed Program. It is engineered towards helping students and by extension their families to be food secure and to be financially stable during this time of need. It is important to me because it helps students not only be food secure but to be healthy and teach them about agriculture as well.
My project is basically using biomass energy to create electricity. My project I created a system called a gasifier. The gasifier basically uses wood, and when you burn the wood, the smoke release goes through the system and is filtered. All the good gases go up and through a radiator cooling down, and then it goes out, and then you have to wait a while, and then you light it, and when it lightens, that's when you know that the gas is coming out, and then you put it in the generator and it works.
The name of my project is You Thrive, and it's geared toward young people. It's a spin-off from my project last year, which was based on self-esteem. In my research, I realized that having a responsibility was a great way to free yourself. So one of those responsibilities include gardening, which is what my project You Thrive is about. I think it's very important because it gives an alternative way to young people to use their time.
My project is about the empowerment of girls. I genuinely feel like it's an important one because a lot of girls don't talk about self-love, self-esteem, self-image, what I am all about, what my project is all about. And I really feel like a lot of these things need to be brought to awareness, and a lot of these girls need to be educated about these things.
My project is a garden that I'm putting in my community park so that I could bring together my community, and so I also possibly, when the vegetables in my garden are done, distribute them to my community.
My project is environmentally based. It is tasked with the goal of achieving environmental awareness. I believe that environmental awareness is something that we should all look at more often. We depend on the environment to survive, and it is something that we really don't pay enough attention to.
The most rewarding part of this competition is getting to meet new people like Ms. James and taking part in something.
I think the most rewarding aspect would be the leadership skills I've gained, because I put together a team to help me accomplish this, and leading them and guiding them on how to do this has been a rather fun experience because I've never done anything like this before.
For me, in taking part of the Power of One competition, I believe that it gave me the chance to make a difference. It gave me the chance to not only improve myself, but to improve my peers.
The most rewarding thing for me was actually getting students to be there. They seem to be very interested, and they're also willing to garden and to show the videos of themselves gardening as well. That was very rewarding to me to see that people out there are actually interested.
The most rewarding aspect is that I found out something that I didn't know about myself, which is that I like to build stuff and put stuff together.
The most rewarding aspect of working on my project was receiving all of the positive feedback at the end of it. I received feedback from my participants, from the coordinators of the competition, and even from my feature speaker.
The most rewarding aspect of taking part in the Power of One competition has to be seeing my idea that I thought was very small become a big thing, from the proposal to the implementation. It's been really rewarding seeing what I thought was so little become so big, and through all the different steps.
One of the most rewarding aspects for me is being outside and tending to the garden. I really enjoy that because it's nice to be outside, especially when you can't always just go outside anymore.
So you're using it like to kind of escape everybody else at the lockdown and you're outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see, alright.
The most rewarding aspect would have been the fact that I was able to do something for my school. I was able to do something for the environment as well as work with my friends.
The most challenging part is getting things done. When I say that, I refer to like in a timely manner. I would get the things done, but not in a time frame that I wanted to get it done.
The most stress in this project was because I've never done this before. I've never had to plan any event, any online events. So coming up with how to start and organize and present the showcase to everybody has been the most challenging part of this.
For me, the most challenging aspect of taking part of the Power of One competition was that, well, I was doing exams while doing this competition and helping out at home during this pandemic. There was such levels of uncertainty as to how I should manage my time effectively. So for me, that was the most painstaking and challenging aspect of it.
Some challenges I faced were getting students to attend the meeting, getting the school to approve the project to use the school compound, as well as getting resources. During this time, funds were a little low.
The most challenging aspect was that my project was basically like an experiment. So the building and taking down and figuring out what's wrong and putting back together was the most challenging aspect.
The difficult challenge I encountered was the fact that I had to reevaluate the execution of the project itself. The project's plan was developed for the school compound, for my school compound, and I had to change it to the confines of my home.
The most challenging part has to be that I'm an overthinker. I second guess myself a lot, so my passion for my project had to really push me through that overthinking barrier and really help me realize that this is what I'm passionate about, I can do it, and that really got me to where I am right now.
The most challenging aspect in this competition has been trying to get everything organized, like calling the different people and trying to put everything together because it has been a bit challenging.
You've been calling people?
Yes.
Yeah. And what kind of responses you get from people? Are they helpful?
Well, some people are very helpful and some people you don't really get quite the response that you would like from them.
And you have to kind of
go again and again and again and try.
The most challenging aspect of the competition would have been the write-up. It required a lot of thought and a lot of focus. It was also very time-consuming.
I would recommend it to other students because it's a great experience that you could get and you'll meet new people.
Yes, I would recommend to other students because it has been the most personality building project I've ever done in my life. As I said, the leadership skills that I've gained and it's fun and I really believe that it can help students in a lot of areas in their adulthood.
Yes, I would recommend Power of One competition to other students. And as to why, I believe that the Power of One gives opportunity to make change and develop students as a whole.
Yes, I recommend this program because due to the uprising NCDs which stands for non-communicable diseases, we see many people out there are very unhealthy, they are very food insecure, and this project helps to deal with all of those problems. Yes, I would, because this Power of One competition really helped me to see the potential that I have, and it also helped me to encourage others as well.
I would recommend this competition to other students because this competition made me realize that if you have an idea that you think could change something and you just tell a group of people that and you implement that idea, things could change, something could change.
Yes, I would definitely recommend the competition to other students, but it's not always about winning the competition, it's really the experience. It is a very unique one in that it involves mentorship, learning different skills such as project management, proposal writing, and even budgeting.
I would recommend this competition to other students because this project was my launch pad. This competition really launched me to where I needed to be. It gave me some steps. It really outlined what I would have had to do by myself, but just with support.
Yeah, I would recommend this competition to other students because I found it very nice and helpful to do, because it sort of gave me an excuse to do something in my community that I hadn't really thought of doing before. So it gave me the idea of helping my community that I didn't think of before.
Is there anything you have to warn people about when you're doing a competition like this?
Be prepared for anything, because a lot of things might not go as you expect.
Yes, I'd recommend this competition because it allows you to work with your peers. It pushes you to be focused and to do your best, and is a very good learning experience as well.
Let's now hear our judges, Dr. Andrew Hunt. He is going to give us some feedback on the proposals presented this year and just on the competition overall. Dr. Andrew Hunt.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I am Dr. Andrew Hunt. I was one of the judges for the projects that were submitted. Basically, the projects, they were quite good in their conceptualization of what they wanted to do, what specific area or problem they were finding a solution for, or a community-based issue that they wanted to address. I was very pleased, in line with our country's Vision 2030, and furthermore in line with our new government's initiatives in agriculture. A lot of these projects dealt with food sustainability. And you know, this is something that is very topical worldwide, and I did appreciate the attempts by students in order to equip their community, whether it's just the school community or the larger community in which the school is where it resides. They wanted to provide an opportunity where persons can engage in activities to teach them how to grow crops or to have their own food, which leads long-term to food sustainability within Trinidad and Tobago, and I appreciated this. Others looked at issues in terms of gender, with girls, empowering women and young girls, and then others looked at technology usage and how it applies to students' learning. Based on the proposals, the written proposals were quite explanatory in some cases, and in some cases wasn't the best, because I believe that the students, they had the concept, but it wasn't fully articulated as it should have been. And this may have, and also the achievement of your objectives, and in the end, the overall impact is not what it should be. As we go from the proposals then to the actually implemented projects, you saw great improvement, and then you also saw where some more thought was put into the actual implementation. So it may have varied a little from what was stated, but in the end, those persons achieved that main goal or objective. I would suggest in the future persons really think about, how can my project be extended to national development, not just at my school or community level? How could this go on a greater scale? There were one or two projects that did an excellent job. There's a very engineer-based technical project that did that, and they explained how this can lend to saving energy and doing other things. And I don't want to give out too many specifics, but overall, excellent job, students, and I want to congratulate all the relevant stakeholders, teachers, students, the organizing body, the financial supporters, the sponsors. Great initiative, and continue the good work. All the best. This is Dr. Andrew Hunt, one of the judges. All right, good afternoon, everyone. one, and I think my microphone, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dale Jones, and it's been a pleasure uh, putting on this program for you from Love Until Foundation. And it is my job to announce the winner of this year's Power of One competition, primarily because we get the results and the scores late. So we have to always verify and check and make sure that the scores have been tabulated correctly, that everything is nominal, and we don't have any Steve Harvey situations where we have to make last minute revisions to the winners. So this year we had three areas in where we're going to give out prizes, and we're going to get to that exactly after we have the interview from last year's winner, Ariel Gans, who is giving up the trophy this year to whomsoever is going to win. So we're going to tune into Ariel, and then we're going to have the results. Stay tuned. Good afternoon. I have with me this afternoon the 2019 winner of one, Miss Ariel. Glad to have you here this afternoon.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So we just want to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, you've won this already. So how did it feel last year being in this position? You were waiting on the results, and when you heard your name, how you felt?
Well, it was overwhelming because I didn't expect to win, but I guess all the hard work and all the time that I put into the project, it paid off in the end, and it was a lovely experience, and I learned a lot from it.
All right, wonderful. And do you have any advice for this year's Power of One winner? What would you tell them if you could speak to them right now?
Well, to the winner, you have won, so you have done a great job. You took yourself out from you wasn't really thinking about yourself, and you thought about others and those around you and how the project will impact your community. So you took the initiative to have an idea that would help and that would better your community and those around you. So well done, and congratulations to you.
All right, so wonderful. We just want to thank you very much for being here with us, and all the best in all your future endeavors, yeah?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So that was Ariel Gans, our 2019 winner. And it is now time for us to announce the Power of One winner for 2020. I hope that you're ready. And of course, what we will be showing at the end of the show, usually what we have in our live shows is we have the certificates being handed out. But unfortunately, of course, with COVID, we were unable to do that live this year. So yesterday, we distributed the certificates to all of the participants. We will run the video with everyone receiving their certificates at the end of this broadcast. However, it's time to get to the scores. I hope that you are ready. I hope that everyone is prepared. And I hope that, of course, you're paying attention. So, in our first category, we have the highest scoring proposal. And now this year we had 4 judges for our proposal phase, and we had 2 judges for implementation phase, for a total possible score of 600. But for a proposal, we had a total possible score of 400. So I'm going to read third place, then I'm going to read second place, then I'm going to read the winner of best proposal. And of course, the person achieving best proposal will receive a special prize. This year, we will be giving out a Kindle Fire tablet to the person who achieves the best proposal. And I know in the contestants Zoom right now that they are going crazy because I'm stalling. So let me get to the results. In third place, with a total score of 360 out of a possible 400 points. In third place, I must tell you that third place this year was Hope Richardson. So let's give a very big round of applause to Hope Richardson right now. let's have our round of applause wherever you are for Hope Richardson, who achieved 3rd place in Best Proposal. In 2nd place, with a score of 361 points. In 2nd place for Best Proposal, we had Liana Ned. So let's put our hands together. Let's give a very big warm round of applause to Miss Liana Ned. 361 points in 2nd place for Best Proposal. Now, this is not overall, this is just for Best Proposal. And in 1st place, with a score of 373 points out of a possible 400, let's put our hands together as we have Faith Henry. Let's put our hands together for Faith Henry. 1st place, Best Proposal, Faith Henry. Let's put our hands together for her. Now, let's have Best Implementation. For Best Implementation, we had out a score of out of a possible 200. And of course, we can hear the suspenseful music in the background. And in 3rd place, with Best Implementation, with a score of 165 points out of a possible 200. We have 2 persons tied for 3rd place. We have Rayan Douglas and we have Tristan De Silva with 165 points, tying for 3rd place, Best Implementation. Let's put our hands together right now, even in the chat. 165 points, Tristan De Silva and Rayan Douglas. They both scored 165 points. In 2nd place, with 177 points out of a possible 200. 177 points out of a possible 200. We have Faith Henry. Let's put our hands together for Faith Henry, who scored 177 points, coming in 2nd place. Congratulations, Faith. That means that we have a different person winning Best Implementation. And with a score of 178 points, meaning just 1 point separated 1st and 2nd place. I guess I should tell you who it is. But then when I tell you who it is, then you might know who won the overall Power of One. And at this time, usually in our live show, this is the time where we build the suspense. And we tell you that it has been a pleasure having all of you all on our live stream this afternoon. We love all of you. And I should tell all of the contestants right now that you are all winners in my eyes. Because of course, you all have the spirit of the Power of One. And you all have done something exceptional. So congratulations to all of our participants, all of our finalists, even those who have not placed in the top 3 in either category. You all are all winners. And I guess I should tell you now who's the 1st place. So let me tell you. In 1st place, with a score of 178 points, coming 1st in highest implementation, we have a person who has done an excellent job. A person who has done a wonderful job. A person who has done an exceptional job. And that person is none other than Liana Ned. Let's put our hands together right now for Liana Ned, congratulations. You're in first place. Best implementation is Liana Ned. Now, to tell you the results of overall. In third place, overall, with a score of 522 points, we have Hope Richardson. Let's put our hands together right now for Hope Richardson, who comes in third place. Hope Richardson, congratulations. Third place in the power of one. Let's deal with second place. And second place, we have an individual who has done an exceptional job in this year's Power of One. Somebody who has done an exceptional job. With 539 points, in second place, we have Liana Ned. Let's put our hands together right now for Liana Ned, second place in the Power of One competition 2020. Congratulations, Liana. And in first place, some of you may have already guessed that this year we will not be having a repeat, breaking the streak of Bishop's Anstey East. In first place for the Power of One 2020. Let's put our hands together. Let's make some noise. Let's wake up the community and let them know that Faith Henry has come first, 550 points. Congratulations to Faith Henry. You have won the Power of One competition 2020. Congratulations, Faith. Let's put our hands together all around, all in the chat. Let's put our hands together for Faith Henry. Congratulations. And let's hear quickly from Faith.
Afternoon. Here with me this afternoon, I have Miss. Good afternoon. Good. Just want to ask you a couple of questions this afternoon. The first is, why should we choose you as the Power of One winner for this year?
I believe that you should choose me as the winner for this Power of One competition because my project is geared towards helping other people in this time of need, and it also teaches students to be food secure through agriculture and to be healthy.
Okay, wonderful. And the next and the last question is, how would you feel if you heard your name called as the Power of One winner for this year?
I will feel very excited because I put a lot of hard work into this project, and I'll be very relieved.
Very relieved. Wonderful. So it's wonderful to have you, and we want to wish you all the best.
On behalf of the nation, to thank Republic Bank of Trinidad and Tobago for continuing to put trust in us to provide the school-based life skills and positive character building programs to the youth in secondary schools. I wish to recognize our champion, Mr. David Robinson, General Manager, Wealth Management Limited, and Miss Natalie Burnett Alfred from the Group Marketing and Communications Department of Republic Bank. We sincerely thank you both for being a part of our programs here today and part and parcel of this very innovative competition. I want to also thank our judges, Dr. Lenise Baptiste, Mrs. Betty Skeeth, Miss Jackie Martin, Dr. Andrew Hunt, Mr. Kevin Johnson. Thank you all for your time and for your patience and for your expertise. I want to also recognize our coaches who worked tirelessly with all of the contestants. And they are Mrs. Leona Isaac Shepherd, Miss Carla Ann James, Mr. Dale Jones, Miss Abini James, Mrs. Simone Jones, and all of the staff at the Love Until Foundation. I want to thank Pastor Kishford Frank for his opening prayer. I want to also thank 2 Cent Movement and Impact Media. I want to thank our photographer today. And I want to be Jean-Pierre, Miss Renee Lawrence, Miss Anika Marin. All of these have really contributed to the success of this event here today. We want to also recognize our courageous and just awesome contestants. And if I could hear a resounding round of applause, where you enjoyed will be a lot of shouts. I want to just say, job well done to all of you. And I wish you all the best in the future. Our feature speaker, Dr. Clive Dotton, who is always so very full of energy and wonderful advice. Teachers, parents, even grandparents even, siblings, and all of the collective groups of persons that went into producing these amazing contestants today. I want to also recognize our wonderful program team at Love Until, our CEO, Mrs. Rachel Binglash, Chairman, Mr. Brian Jones, and all of the persons who have tuned in today on Zoom, online, Facebook, or YouTube channel, everywhere, all the social media platforms. We're just thankful and we're grateful that we had this time together. And so once again, congratulations to our 2020 winner. And we look forward to engaging you all in the future as we embrace the new normal. And we just want to just finally thank Almighty God for his wonderful blessings, because without his care and resources and provisions, all of this here would not have been possible. So once more, I say thank you all. May God bless you. Thank you.
So at this time, we want to thank all of you for being on our live stream. We're just going to run our prize giving and certificate giving ceremony. You would see that we did hand out the certificates as well as a token from Republic Bank to all of our finalists. And we want to wish all of you a very pleasant afternoon. We know that some of you may be running away to watch the news very soon. So thank you for participating. And do remember to like, share, and subscribe to Love Until Foundation. Until next time, God bless all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.